Hi, Israeli Singularity University. I haven't really done this before, that is, talking to myself in front of a camera, but I figured it's the best way to get to know me, and I'm not rereading a script or anything, just kind of wanted you to be part of my life. So what you can see up here, I'm gonna have a look if I can bring it on the camera, is my flat here in Tel Aviv, in Sokolov Street. And I want to tell you a little bit about myself and my project, and kind of for you to understand where I'm coming from. So this whole project NoTube started out about 5 years ago, and I didn't have at all the idea that it would ever make money or become this huge project. It was more sort of my parents had started this about 30 years ago in the medical university, in the hospital, and then what happened was that they got to become the best people in the world to treat these kinds of specific problems in early infancy related to feeding and eating. And it turned out that over the years, people would start coming from all over the planet. So basically, people came from Kuwait, and we had princes, and we had people from Australia flying in, and Canada, the US, but also more closer, like in Austria, pretty much everyone who had a problem with either feeding tubes or early eating behaviors came to Graz. And so my parents were doing this for years and years in their role as medical professors and doctors in the hospital. But as they went about retiring, no one really, they couldn't get it so that it would basically be carried on in the hospital. And we all thought that's a big shame. And I specifically, since I had just started my bachelor in business management, and I thought, maybe we can do something about this. And of course, we didn't have the money to basically run our own hospital, but we thought, okay, the internet is coming up really fast, and maybe we can do something there. And so basically what we tried to do in the first stage was really, can we even do this over the internet? It wasn't about how well we can do it, what advantages we might have, what kind of money we could make, or all these things. It was more, can we do it at all? And so we started out in 2009, 2010 with trying our hand at software, bringing on therapists and so forth. And right from the get-go, it worked really well. So we actually had patients that we could treat, and people really started to enjoy our service. And so within just a couple of months, we knew that, okay, this is something that we should hold on to. This is something that we need to get done more of. And so over the last 3-4 years, I've basically, together with my parents and now a team of almost 20 people, created this company where what we really want to do is help children learn to eat in the broadest sense of the word. And what that boils down to is really kind of helping all these usually high-intensive care children around the world live a fundamentally better life. So, as you might know, feeding tubes and other eating disorders have fundamental disadvantages to them. So, for example, the child becomes developmentally delayed. Then there's a lot of physical side effects. So there's a lot of vomiting that these children go through, up to 30 times a day. And we've been able to document that also in our scientific studies. And from a parent's point of view, it's really terrible because they get depressed. They can't feed their own child. And I don't ever want to be in the position of being a parent and not being able to nourish my own child. So a lot of them become depressed. Some of them become even, they break up in their marriages. And that's certainly something that we want to avoid. From a health point of view, it's really quite interesting because at the end of the day, the costs that we can save are paramount. So, for example, in most of European countries, within 3 to 4 months, you can, with doing one single therapy with us, you can save what otherwise you would have needed in feeding tube supplies. So the amortization phase is really fast. And so I've now finished my master's in business management, and I was lucky enough to be able to do this company and this project on the side, and now we're starting to do it full time. But we also realize our limitations. So we've worked in Israel, we've worked at Tel Hashomer Hospital, we've worked at Hadassah, we've worked in the other big hospitals. But we realize that in order to really get this project way better than it is currently and way more scalable, we need external help. So we've gotten it to the point where we have a clear proof of concept, we have traction, but what we need now is a push that helps us to go global. And I think that's why Singularity University is really such a great opportunity for us. Because it means that we get to work with the smartest people in the entire world on doing exactly that. So helping children all around the world, as well as in the region of the Middle East, learn to eat better. And I can't really think of anything that kind of excites me more than Singularity University. I studied for 5 years in Switzerland, and I kind of came to understand that education is something that you need to do, and it's something that will help you open a lot of doors just because of the name of the degree. But at the same time, I didn't really think that it was exciting or interesting in that sense. I always got that sort of excitement from my business endeavors. And so Singularity University is kind of the first time that I'm really, really excited about going to school. So, and that's what I really want to do is on the one hand push my project, and on the other hand, kind of this personal excitement of working with the smartest people on the planet on things that matter. And so that's really why I want to apply, and why I came out today. And I want to thank you for your time and hope it wasn't too long. Thank you.